Well, this is sure fun. A lot more fun than earlier this season as the Seahawks team keeps rolling. I got to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite plays that we've done this season in Chalk Talk, mostly because it has, well, a lot of different options, which we'll dig into. It's got a lot of little details, a lot of little nuances, but ultimately it's about this. And this is what's going on right now with this guy, with this system, with his wide receivers, with this play caller. Their trust level in the execution of their passing game is unlike anything we've seen here in Seattle. And frankly, their numbers have been as good as anybody in the history of the NFL, and this play illustrates some of what they're doing phenomenally well. This was the first play of the fourth quarter, 2nd and 5, plus 27, by the way, that high red zone we call that, from the 20 to the 39, where Russell's thrown 11 touchdown passes, number one in the NFL, versus just one interception. That area of the field that Darrell Bevell likes to be aggressive. He likes to find some different wrinkles and options and shots down the field, and they're finding lots of success. It's also the first play of the fourth quarter. So you have time during the break there and the commercial timeout to get to a play that has a lot of options, and that's what this play has. First of all, players formations plays. Your players, you're going to get into 11 personnel. This has been a sweet spot for this offense. 11 personnel, remember, one tight end, Luke Wilson, and one back, Fred Jackson in this situation. 2nd and 15 passing situation. You get into a formation of bunch. You've run this earlier in the game. You get into this formation anticipating and wanting a certain look from Cleveland, while also being able to utilize within the structure of this play anything that they throw at you. Here's what I mean. So you come up into bunch and you're going to motion Tyler Lockett across the formation right away. Okay, so they come out, everything pre-snap to Russell says, okay, 4-2 nickel, and it looked like a quarter zone structure. Once Tyler Lockett goes in motion, remember, motions are used as a tell, like a tell in poker of what they're doing. And once they just bounce their linebacker out, okay, and make that adjustment and nobody comes running across, he knows that it's zone coverage. There's nothing by the alignment of the safeties that tell you any pressure, and if there was, not a problem, because this play has built-in answers. If they want to pressure, well, he could have thrown it hot to Doug Baldwin. If they all-out pressure, he could have walked Luke Wilson in for a 7-man protection. They don't do any of that, and Russell sees it immediately. Once this motion occurs, they bump across. He knows he's got zone coverage, and he knows right in this moment that he's got a real opportunity to get Tyler Lockett out into space on a go route in a matchup they've taken advantage of. Players, personnel, formation, and then ultimately the play and the execution. And give Jermaine Kearse a lot of credit here. The touchdown goes to Lockett. The extra credit goes to Jermaine, because what happens with this linebacker when they bounce out in their zone coverage, Jermaine's whole job here is to occupy both that linebacker and get on top of that safety, and he does both of those without ever slowing down. Many times that linebacker will come out and he'll bump the receiver, and he can't get through that mess, and then all of a sudden, guess what happens to the corner? Well, he's going to see Lockett, and he's going to feel Lockett running right behind him. Because Jermaine does his job, slows that linebacker enough, gets on top of that safety, it really frees Tyler Lockett up to use his greatest gift, which is his speed and quickness. When I say trust, look at this picture right here. When Batamosi is into his drop and Tyler Lockett is running down that sidelines full speed, and Jermaine has occupied linebacker and safety and created this one-on-one, when Russell lets go of the ball, it's not an I'm even, so I'm leaving. No, in fact, Batamosi is 4 yards. He's got 4 yards still of gap with Tyler Lockett, and Russell Wilson still says, throw. An extra little hitch, like Pete Carroll said, a hitch that he's capable of doing, because these 5 men are doing a fantastic job of blocking any 4-man rush these days, and giving him the opportunity with a little extra hitch to say, you know what? Even though there's 4 yards of separation here, I feel good enough about Tyler. I love his juice. I love his jets. I love throwing it to the one spot where he's going to get it and that corner's not. As I said, the philosophy is if he's even, he's leaving. This time, 4 yards different, still doesn't matter. So much trust is being developed between these receivers and this quarterback that he lets that ball go to the one spot where Tyler gets it, and Batamosi's got no chance. I am telling you, speed, quickness, explosion, anticipation, and trust at levels that we've not seen with these Seahawks before.